Okay. Can we go back?
No.
Because I want to. Because
it's still your birthday.
It's still my birthday.
It's still your birthday.
It's my birthday.
Yes.
Tomorrow is my birthday.
We go on board.
It's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's the second anniversary of my 50th birthday.
Okay.
Oh,
You're still a woman of a certain age.
Yes,
though.
I am.
Yes.
I love it. I'm ready for your
I'm
book.
proud of it.
I can't
yes.
wait.
You know what?
Wait,
Oh
why
my
does
God.
she light up like that?
She did.
though?
She
Look
said
at
yes.
the confirmation.
Yes. I'm
Okay,
ready.
God, won't he do it?
What's it gonna
I
be
got
on?
so much relationships.
Okay.
Oh my god. Because I'm good at relationships. I mean, most people that have dated me probably say I'm not good at relationships.
Oh.
But I'm good about talking about them. So I'm gonna talk about like all the deadbeat dudes in my life that I've had. They're no longer there. I'm done with the deadbeats.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm writing this book, Woman of a Certain Age. I mean, there's a life that you learn.
Right.
Yeah, I would
You know
love
what I
to.
There's
do
some
that now.
things you tolerate, certainly you don't. There's
You
some
don't
things-
tolerate a lot of stuff. You have like the most patient. You are the most patient person. Unless
You
it's just
are.
something that we just don't see.
It's some things you don't see.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my friend that I talked to the other day because I was like, nope, this is it. No, forget it. I'm not messing with you no more. We're done. Boom. Cut it off. Boop, boop, boop. You know, and that's not how you do relationships or friendships. So I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to take that back. I said it.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
All right, so just in case this is the first time you're listening to the Hey Girl Hey podcast, which you can catch every Saturday on Urban Media Today, also SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and UrbanMediaToday.com. I'm the radio chick, Kiki Brown.
I'm the millennial chick, Jerry Tipton.
We already know who she is.
I am the chatter chick, LaShawn Tipton.
Yes, she is.
We're gonna chat up this week's woman of a certain. We're gonna chat up this week's entertainment. Everybody is upset with Jay-Z. Here's the thing, I don't know
I
why.
don't get that.
Okay, so Jay-Z has decided to work with the NFL.
Right.
All right, and folks were like, how are you going to do that when Colin Kaepernick is still out of a job? And Jay-Z is like, this was not about Kaepernick not having a job. This whole kneeling protest wasn't about him not having a job. It was about the way blacks are treated by police. And he wanted to raise a discussion and talk about this with this particular community, being the sports community, because it's a it's a large economic community, economic gaining, or did I say it right? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it sounds good.
Okay, great.
You're good.
So anyway, and he says basically that using the NFL's resources to change the culture of policing, basically to a point where the NFL is like, okay, we hear you.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think that he did anything wrong.
No.
Especially those who are upset with him working with the NFL, but they don't boycott the NFL anymore. We're going to talk about boycotting.
Yeah.
But
Sure
what do you guys think?
I don't think he did anything wrong. When you look at the NFL, I guess it's 90% of the players are black,
Right.
0% of the owners are black. So, we got to come to the table at some point and say something.
Right.
So he has the opportunity to come to the table and make people aware of the things that we've been going through. Now, I think the part that they have him in is the entertainment part, having a say on the entertainment.
Right.
But I think Jay-Z with sometimes we just need an end.
Right.
And with him getting in would be just what we need.
I don't see anybody else stepping up or being even invited.
Right.
So
I know.
Right.
I know.
I'm not a Roger Goodell fan, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, look, this man is sitting down with Jay-Z, and he's actually the most powerful man in hip hop.
Yeah.
He is.
Right now.
He,
So-
he knows what he's doing. And
Right.
he's doing it for a good reason. Like, it should bring awareness to police brutality and the way that African Americans are mistreated. Maybe he'll have some say-so in how things are ran, within the NFL. So I see it as a good thing.
Do you guys think that because it's been an anniversary, the year of Colin Kaepernick's kneeling protest?
It's only been a
Has
year.
it-
Seems
it's
like
been
it's
a-
been longer
Yeah, it
than that.
has.
I think since we started paying attention.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's made some type of change or some type of impact? Because they're still happening. It's still happening. Just from where I'm seeing it.
What, his kneeling made an impact?
Or
Or
the police, the killings, and
I think now that we have social media and cameras, that has made the impact.
right.
As far as the judicial system, and still, we have these bad judges and these really bad laws. Yeah, we've made some strides, but we got a
a long way to go.
Long
I
way to
believe
go.
so,
A
yeah.
long way to
That's
go.
just the start.
Do you think the NFL can make a change though? What all could they do? What can the NFL do? Run commercials?
Yeah.
Like, first of all, they got players who are beating up their wives and,
That should be.
and
Yeah.
so
they
what more
spoke
can
out
the
about
NFL
that.
do?
They did speak out about domestic violence when that happened, but I haven't heard them say anything about police brutality. Nothing.
Nope.
As soon as their players started to beat up on their wives, or allegedly had something against their wife, they did the abuse, domestic violence. But players have been, a lot of those players, because they're black, have been pulled over or has something happened to them.
Right.
I haven't seen a commercial or anything from the NFL
Wow.
to say anything about that.
Wow.
That would be a
Speak about the people that work for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely a good topic. I never thought of it like that. Maybe now that Jay-Z is going to be behind everything with the NFL, they could raise awareness with not only police brutality, but battery, you know what I mean, and domestic violence against NFL players and their spouses, because that happens a lot.
No, but they'll address that.
Yeah.
They'll address that, but they're not going to talk about the boys and blue. They're just not.
No,
Well, I think
it's
that
a sensitive subject.
I also think that it's
not for for them. Yeah, for
But I
them.
think it involves, and I know this is something that the guys are going to talk about in the sports podcast, but I think that it also involves the money, the investments from the sponsorships, where how I'm putting it together, there's a commitment now with Nike and Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Nike and the NFL have a big relationship. They don't want to jeopardize that pocketbook. Whereas the domestic violence situation does damage their reputation, because these players pretty much belong to them. So they represent the NFL. So it's a black eye on the organization. So I see that is where they're focusing on that.
Yeah.
When it comes to the police, is there really a connection? There really isn't a connection as far as the police brutality and stuff like that. So I kind of see like, oh, they don't want to say anything because, well, we're not really involved. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but I get it.
Yeah.
I see it.
I think an ass woman is an ass woman, no matter where you get it. Or
That's what my mama said.
Whatever family member has gotten it.
Right.
And out of all that, 99% of those players are black, like I said. Some family member has gotten one from a cop.
Right.
Why don't they address it? I think the players, this is me personally, they don't know the power that they have. They have so much. If they collectively got together as a team on one accord and said something about it to the NFL, things would change. They just don't know their power.
Yeah,
They don't. They know their power on the field, but they don't know the power of their dollars.
Right.
Now, there's not that there's more players than there are owners.
Okay.
And if those players put together their money collectively and stood against this, or even created something that will help, there's so much power.
I agree.
Just don't know the power.
And this is a chick saying this.
I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't understand why this isn't done.
I don't know. I mean, you just think of it. You just think
I don't understand.
their power. I mean, it's not that many owners, and there's so many players, and they play them millions of dollars every year.
Right.
You know, we have one guy who went to another team, left the Steelers and go to another team, and refuses to play for whatever reason because of some number thing. But how much money he has. If he would just take his mind off the simpleness of what he's doing and put it on something that's socially, that will help people,
Right.
oh my God.
Yeah.
You know,
It would make sense, but
It
It
would
does.
make a lot of sense.
but they just don't understand.
They don't get it.
Because you know, we live day to day.
right.
You know, we think we just live in that moment, but we're not thinking about anything else.
Right.
But you're held captive by those slave owners, and I'm just saying that. I'm just putting that out there. So, you know, they actually hold the power. They just gotta understand. They hold the power. It's them.
Need to utilize their power.
Well,
They
I
gotta
hope
utilize
that
utilize
Jay-Z, as woke as he is, and he's so business savvy, and he's so connected to the community, particularly the hip hop community. Hopefully, he can start the conversation and end it, you know, just on a good note, and everyone have a good collaborative and work together and just end this stuff, because there's way too many. There's a lot of black people just losing their lives regardless on if somebody ran. They shouldn't have ran. They shouldn't have talked back. No. But there's so much fear, though, in our community.
Right.
And I could not be a police officer today.
Right.
I honestly, and I feel bad. I feel bad for everybody on both ends because as a police officer, you have no idea if you're going to end your life or you're going to end somebody else's life on a traffic stop. You have no idea. I mean, just recently, there was a gentleman who shot 5 police officers in Philly. You know, was it a search warrant? Like, I don't even know what it was. Like, you don't know when that police officer leaves their home if you're going to ever see them again. And it's just as simple. Like, if I would go ahead, run the red light. I'm not dying on no traffic stop. Go ahead.
I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? They're protecting and they're serving. And I'm not saying that all police officers are good, and I'm not saying all police officers are bad. This situation is happening, and it's happened long enough, and it needs to stop. So if it has to stop with Jay-Z sitting down in a room filled with media people and talking about this has to stop, we need the NFL to take effect, you know, because of Colin Kaepernick started it, then we need to do it.
I know when he comes to the table, I hope he's not the only one that eats when he comes to the table.
That
he brings somebody else to the table with him. And I believe Jay-Z being a man of a certain age, and he has grown and matured from those days when he used to make those other rap songs. I just think that he will bring somebody to the table with him and that will speak of this. I mean, because he's been an advocate for a lot of people. I mean, I saw somebody who's like an advocate for Meek Mill. And Meek Mill is going out there talking about the injustice. Bring him to the table. Bring somebody like that to the table. You know, I'm not a big rap person, but politically I know some things.
You know who they should bring to the table?
Bring that person.
They should bring Kim Kardashian to the table.
Okay. Turn off my mic.
Here she
Turn off my mic. We was all good.
We was all good,
we
too.
was good till you said Kim Kardashian. But
I was just saying, they might pay attention.
They might.
I mean, she got
what are they paying attention
to her boobs.
Okay,
Duh. I mean,
but you know, I gotta give it to that. I gotta give it to her. I gotta give it to her.
She's been doing that.
She's trying to do something. She's trying to do something. You know what I mean?
She used her platform very well.
She's using her platform after all these years.
She was using another platform, and now she has this platform.
She sold videos and everything to get to where she is, and now she's there. And she's kind of semi-woke. I think she's in a state of sleep.
She ain't woke.
She's somewhere.
She ain't woke.
She's somewhere.
She ain't woke.
But around.
She's around it.
She's around
But go
it.
ahead, Kim. I mean, if you can help people out, if she needs someone to help her, I'm gonna be there with Kim.
You're gonna be there for her.
I'm gonna be there for Kim.
Okay.
I swear to goodness.
All
Kim,
right.
call me. I'm not mad at you.
Okay.
I'm just saying, do you, whatever that is,
whatever that may be.
Whatever that may be.
We have more Hey Girl Hey podcasts after this, but you can join Kevin Cameron and Bill Noe every Saturday 6 p.m. as they continue the sports talk. Pittsburgh sports legends, community leaders, all together around the UMT roundtable to discuss the Steelers, the Pirates, and other NBA, NFL, MLB, golf, sports stuff. Listen to Live 365 and tune in. Find past podcasts on SoundCloud. Search Urban Media Today. It is Hey Girl Hey, the podcast on Urban Media Today.
Yes.
Hey girl, hey.
What's up?
Hey ladies.
It's time for They Said.
They said.
God.
I'm a little upset about this one.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of in my feelings about it. Do y'all shop at Avenue? You probably do.
No.
You don't shop at Avenue, LaShawn? Oh. Okay. I don't even know
where is there an Avenue at?
There's one in the mall. There's always an Avenue in the mall.
And I didn't.
Okay, so now I feel stupid that I brought this up.
No, but aren't they affiliated with New York and Company?
Yes.
So I've shopped at
It's
New
the
York
same
and Company,
family.
but
It's the
I
same-
didn't know Avenue.
It's the same family.
What's that? Okay, I've heard of Avenue.
Okay.
I've heard of
Avenue was on the corner of New York and Company. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, but they have the plus size.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
They're closing.
I mean, I'm a thick girl,
They're
but I
closing their
haven't worn
stores.
Avenue worn the plus size. I mean, because
You are not a thick
New
girl.
York, because New York got 14 and lower, so I do 14 with New York, but I didn't have plus size.
Okay.
You ever dress? I'm talking to Jerry now. You ever go to Ashley Stewart?
Yeah.
I've heard of Ashley Stewart.
We're not talking to you. We're not talking to you. I don't like Lane Bryant. Do you dress at Lane Bryant?
I've never
I don't like
Bryant.
Lane
I went to
Bryant.
Ashley Stewart. I had a credit card for them and I paid it off, but like they're a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, most of these plus size stores are expensive. That's because the quality is better clothing.
I mean, you gotta be.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, I've been to Ashley Stewart more so online.
I only brought this up because I thought some of it. I mean, I've always wanted to shop at Avenue, but I think I'm a little too big for Avenue sizes. But they stopped their 14 plus women's store. Their retail stores are closing them. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Why this is news, I don't know. I guess I had to find something to search for.
I know what's taking them out of business. It's that one size fit all thing.
Ain't no such thing.
I'm telling you,
there's no such thing.
But I've seen people squeeze into stuff. I was at the park last week. I was at the park last week. I am not lying. I'm telling you. I've seen some chicks in some stuff.
No.
I was like, hold up. I can see your heartbeat. I can see everything.
Well, you say your heartbeat.
I mean, the tightest clothes because everybody.
They get them from Facebook, and Facebook get them from China, and it takes about 18 weeks to get them, and then it's 10 times
Well,
smaller.
they've been rainbow shopping.
Yeah. I like Rainbow. Don't talk about Rainbow.
Rainbow came up.
Rainbow.
They did since I was young.
Call
They
me
came
bougie, but
I'm sorry.
I mean, there's certain places I like to get my clothes, you know. So
yeah.
There's just.
I don't even know why I brought this up. Why
But
did
you
I
know
put
what I
this in?
mean. I'm just saying. I'm just upset.
I just
that
need
they're
for our big
Chapter
girls to
11.
realize, and thanks
There
to
is
Lizzo.
nothing
Shouts to Lizzo. Because Lizzo,
Okay.
you know what I'm talking
I
I'm talking
know.
to you now.
I know who
See,
Lizzo
skinny
is.
people, they totally lose.
Did you watch the BET Awards this year? She performed with the flutes.
Jerry, look at
Oh, that young lady.
Yes.
I thought it was a store. Yeah, she was good. She did a cartwheel and everything. That girl could. I thought Lizzo was a store. Lizzo opened up a store now. I done gave you an idea. I thought she was a store.
Lord Jesus.
My bad. Sorry, Lizzo.
me. Lizzo's giving all big girls hope. I'm not there yet.
What was the hope lost? What was she
No, in me.
Well, okay.
In me. I can't, I don't feel comfortable wearing some of the things that I see a lot of our voluptuous women wearing. And I'm like, come on, you don't have no friends. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. Y'all saw me on that stage doing that damn
You know
lip
what,
sync
Kiki, why
competition.
you bring that up?
And I was double spanked with a leotard and a blonde wig. And y'all had my monkey behind get up on that damn stage to do Beyonce lip sync when nobody said Kiki.
I wasn't
Stop
there.
it.
I
Get
was-
down.
I was-
Get down.
Get down.
Get down. Get
out.
So when I see big girls walking around, if double spanked, if that, and they got them splits all up to the ma'am, this is not Instagram.
Yeah.
This is not it. There's no filter in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it goes for smaller women too. Proper foundation is everything. And
You mean makeup?
No.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
mean makeup. I mean how you.
Because that's
how
true
you
too.
lift-
Yeah, that's true.
You lift your upper torso, you lift your boobs, and you snatch that waist. That's important. I've seen people put on stuff, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, did you know that your underwear is just not right, and that's the wrong bra for that? So whether you're big or small, foundation is it. Proper foundation, not the one for your face, but for your body.
I mean, both are
I
important.
think it can make it look really, really good. Really, really good. So I think that's what kind of messes up sometimes for the big girls because I think they're not wearing the proper foundation.
Yeah.
And it makes the outfit it doesn't look as nice.
Right. Agreed.
And then about the other foundation for the face. I'm tired of seeing people with so much foundation and the eyelashes be so long, like
I should not be able to see your eyelashes first before I see you.
Yeah.
That's
That's
really good.
how.
Wow.
I don't mind enhancing, but them eyelashes be from.
They be like, can I get a biggie
Oh
size?
my goodness.
Eyelash biggie size. I can't believe we're having this conversation. This is definitely a millennial conversation. This whole hot girl summer crap.
Oh yeah.
What is this?
Hot Girl Summer was a slogan made by my girl Megan Thee Stallion, the rapper. You know,
Okay. No. Go ahead.
So
I'm just going to look
she
at the
goes
wall.
by the term hot girl. You know what I mean? Like all of us being hot girls, and
That's what's up.
she's been saying that. Not just physical appearance, like
Right.
it's how you feel on
That's
the
right.
inside. And her and Nicki Minaj and Ty Dolla $ign just came out with a song called "Hot Girl Summer." And I've seen interviews in the past with Megan Thee Stallion, and people asked her, you know, what does being a hot girl mean? What does, you know, having a hot girl summer mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's basically saying a hot girl summer is like you're living your life, you know, you're living your best life, you're having fun, no regrets, you know.
Right.
It could be, you know, going to college, you know, hot girl summer, you know, going out in the club, hot girl summer, you know, it's whatever you want to be, but it's positive.
Right.
And I like how she made it not just one thing, it could be anything, but put it more in a positive light than like, you know what I mean, not in a negative way. So I like it, you know, everyone is included into being a hot girl. That's what
But
she
are they? I saw this video.
Are they?
I saw this video of this girl. This video of this girl who was trying to do the hot girl summer. She was in the mirror. I have to find it. But she was in the mirror and she was trying to pose and she could not get it right. And she was beating herself up over not being able to stand properly. And she was like, she said, damn it, my legs ain't strong enough. And she's like, I got asthma. Listen, this little girl was trying to be so hot girl summerish. Mm-hmm. She almost gave herself a damn aneurysm. So, I mean, is it the wrong message that we're sending? I have nieces. Just recently, 2 nieces, 113, she told me she was mad at me because I talked about her last week. But 111 and 113, and they love this whole dub smash thing, and they're dancing, and I looked at some, not their videos, but just if you go on these apps, these girls are sticking their tongues out, and they're, you know, doing the twerk thing, and it's just like, are these, should they not be watching Megan Thee Stallion, or is the message misconstrued? Like,
I think it's misconstrued.
Okay.
You know, it just that's like with any artist. You know what I mean? Like Nicki Minaj. Some people think that their kids didn't listen to her. You know?
Well, no.
Well, yeah, right. But you know, but you know what I mean. But it's like that goes with any artist, though.
It's kind of hard
really
for her, Nicki Minaj, to put out something positive and clean when she's been doing things dirty.
That's like Lil Kim going on Sesame Street.
Right,
No.
it's kind of hard. Like once you have that kind of persona like that, once you switch over, people are like, yeah, whatever.
Well, that's how Megan came out. Megan, if you listen to like her past songs, or things like that, she came out that way. You know, especially with the song "Big Old Freak." But but you know, it's just how it's definitely misconstrued.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think of it as, it's not like she's saying, oh, a hot girl is you sleeping with every single dude you meet in the club, you getting pissy drunk,
yeah,
you missing work.
First said it, like, you know, going to college, that's a hot
right.
all that. But
it's more of
an
an
I'm saying that the message is
the messenger,
because it's if the messenger is saying you have to just be the life of the party, you have to be kind, you have to be confident. You know, women are naturally catty, she says. She likes to support her fellow female rappers, but in the music industry, it doesn't seem that's not the message, because we're still being catty, we're still competing, and Megan is a positive one. I like her; she's real positive. But it just doesn't seem like the message is coming across that way,
right,
or it's being received that way, because we're still being just ratchet. And maybe it's because I am also a woman of a certain age, but okay. I don't get it. I mean, I guess I should keep my nieces away for now. Yeah. Because first off, you ain't got the stallion part. You're a pony level. You're a My Little Pony right now. You're not a stallion.
You're not a stallion.
What do women like that have like sexualized their music and do all that stuff, when they have children or they have nieces, what do they say to them? I wonder, what do you say to them about, you know, being ladylike on certain things, or
can you say anything?
Like I wonder what that conversation is. Like you should.
Auntie Bacon, I want to learn how to twerk.
How do you do that with your
How you do that with your knees, Auntie?
Right. You know, I just wonder what that conversation. Not that they can have the conversation. I'm not stopping them. I'm like, sister, do your thing and teach each one, reach
Get
one,
your
whatever.
coins.
Do that. Oh no, but what is that conversation like?
Yeah.
What do you say? Like, girl, I've been doing this for years.
Right.
But what I want you to do this. It's just weird. I'm just trying to understand. I'm not
It's a totally different world.
It is.
It's a different world. Ooh, then where you come from? All right, y'all don't watch this show Pose on
I've heard
FX.
so much about it.
No.
You probably heard about it
I
from
got a
me.
new cable company, so I can probably watch it.
Praise God,
Yeah.
won't he do it?
Yeah, but I still don't have
Oh,
Netflix,
let
so
it-
I do need your
Oh
help.
God. Yeah, you have to watch Pose on FX. Now, it's not for everybody.
No.
If you are a person, if you are homophobic, if you are a person that just cannot you just cannot concept, like it just doesn't add up to you.
Yeah.
It's something that you just don't agree with, then I don't encourage you to watch it. But if you love to just get some good content, be around the funny, be educated on some very serious issues, like with the LGBTQ community, what they're involved in, then I would encourage you to watch this. And it takes place in like the late 80s, early 90s. And it's a small community of transgender and homosexual and bisexual men and women.
Right.
And this particular scene that aired this past Tuesday, one of the characters, Electra Wintour, she is the mother of House of Wintour. If you watch Pose, then you'll know what I'm talking about. They went out on a girls' trip. I don't know where they went. They went out on a girls' trip and they wanted to go to this exquisite restaurant. Now, mind you, these are all transgender.
Mm-hmm.
But they are snatched
Yeah.
to the gods.
Oh my goodness.
Okay? So they're
So
out,
cute.
and they're in this, mind you, it's like the mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s. So it's not accepted. So it's a room filled with white people and Europeans, and they're there and they're loud and they're just having, yes, girl, da, da, yes, mother, yes, I live, yes. And a woman walks up to them and says something, and we're gonna play the audio. And I tell you, this is the best read I've ever heard. I play it over and over just so I can get it to the T.
Get the words
I want to
verbatim.
read somebody that
Just
fierce.
like
I want to. Anytime I want to tell somebody, I'm gonna just hit play.
Yeah.
When she stuck her finger up to take a sip of water,
She was like, "Let me take a break
and
so I could regain my thoughts."
when she said, take a sip, lubricate, read that ass. I
Ah.
said, yes, mother. I'm sorry. I don't. The reason why I made Electra Wintour the hey girl,
The hot
the
girl.
hey girl spotlight is because of her confidence and what her message was. We worked, we paid to have a seat.
Right.
We earned to have a seat at the table.
Right.
They work just as hard as anybody else, and it is not fair that we look down on them. So they can enjoy us behind the doors when the doors are closed. They can enjoy our company when the lights are off. But when the lights are on and we are out in public, don't speak to me, don't look at me, you cannot be in our community. And they've earned the seat at the table, and I'm sorry, I had to give them. I had to give them the seat at the table. So I'm gonna just give you my password.
Would you please?
Because you have to tell me. You have a lot of shows to watch too on Netflix.
There's so many you need to catch up on. I need to catch up on. But
Please watch Pose. Can we have a Pose party?
Yeah.
I'll watch it at the party, but my life, I'm so busy.
She's so booked and busy.
Booked. I'm talking to a woman at a certain age. And I'm a single woman at a
Can
certain
you
age.
schedule it in between your tennis,
I'm gonna have
runway
And your-
practice?
And your miming.
Right
your
there.
dancing.
Was she a mime now? Is she
No,
miming?
I'm not miming.
Can you put
Rhyming,
next
mining, climbing,
Dance classes.
bike riding,
yoga.
dating.
Are you dating?
I never stop.
All right. Okay. I love it.
And
Oh.
I should put it like I was talking to a friend. I said, "Are you dating?" He said, "No one in particular."
Oh.
Oh, I like
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
Right?
so that means you're dating. but
That
no
makes
one
you
in
stop
particular.
like,
What makes you
Yeah.
think like?
So,
Hmm.
yeah, no one in
No one in
particular.
particular.
okay.
Yeah.
So did you give him the number? What happened?
Then she flips the locks.
Flip the
All
law.
right, we got girl talk coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, ladies, it's girl talk.
It's Girl Talk.
Hey, girl, hey, podcast. Hey.
Hey.
So we always talk about. We were talking about boycotting
Yeah.
the NFL. That was short lived. I think midway until the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Is that when it stopped? Did you stop? You don't watch football.
I really don't watch.
remember boycotting it.
I never boycotted.
I love the parties.
That's the only reason for the,
What parties?
Yeah,
so you go to somebody's house
yeah.
and they
As
be
you
like,
can tell,
oh,
I
you gonna
don't
watch
get
the
invited.
game?
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah, and I'd be
reason.
like, oh, I'll come over, whatever.
As you
I
can
just really
tell,
go to eat.
I don't get invited.
Yeah. I didn't know the game could be on. I'm like knocked out. I couldn't give a crap.
Okay, so
no.
that's one of many
That's one.
boycotts that did not live.
Right.
So I wanted to know, are we still boycotting or not? So are we still boycotting the NFL?
No.
Okay. Are we still boycotting Gucci?
Don't like Gucci, so I never bought it in the first place. So
Yeah.
I didn't boycott it.
I don't have money to
never
afford Gucci.
I was
I got
gonna say
Gucci.
I don't have
Yeah.
money to
I got
afford
Gucci.
the boycott.
Yeah,
Gucci.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Gucci, yes. Gucci, no.
Gucci.
So when you hear You Remind Me of My Jeep by R. Kelly, are you going to turn it off or crank that boy up?
I haven't even heard any of his songs in a minute, so I don't.
I still got
Yeah.
some.
I was
of the
out at a
songs.
club, not a club, at a bar, and this man played Step in the Name of Love,
And everybody was stepping.
and everybody was stepping.
Yeah.
That's tough. That is.
I'm keeping it on.
Okay.
That's my
So
jam.
you keep it on. All
That's
right.
I'm
my
keeping it
jam.
on. I didn't boycott. I don't
Yeah.
know him. That's
Yeah.
the same reason I'm not going to stop watching the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not
Right.
going to stop watching it. I like the Cosby Show.
Yeah. It was entertainment.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
entertaining.
What the hell
You
supposed to do to
you
you?
like Cliff. You didn't.
I don't know Bill.
You don't
I
know
like
R.
Cliff.
Kelly, but
Yeah.
I don't like Roberts. Does that make sense?
Robert.
Robert.
I don't know.
And what about the whole makeup boycott and Alicia Keys?
never
I was like, ma'am.
Was there a makeup boycott?
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah.
But I never boycott. I mean, I only wear makeup like special occasions,
Right.
You know. But I mean, I like makeup, and I'm not gonna not wear it.
I don't wear. I mean, I'm on the radio, so I don't have to wear it. But
Yeah.
I don't like stuff on my face. I'm always touching my face.
Right, me too. I'm like,
But she
I did
did
want
it.
to
She
fuck.
made it like, I think it was her and Janelle Monáe. They didn't wear it, and she's a cover girl. But they didn't make.
Short-lived.
Maybe it wasn't
Forget over
Janelle
it.
Monáe, but there were artists that stopped wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Like it was short lived. But
Very
like these
short-lived.
boycotts don't make any
Yeah.
sense.
No.
Did we stop boycotting Chick-fil-A? Did we? We never
Never.
boycotted.
I boycotted
I forgot about
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
No.
Oh no.
I got stock in that company. Are you what you talking about?
Wait a second. Hold up. You ain't gonna boycott Chick-fil-A now.
No, them little nuggets with that mustard sauce.
That Polynesian and them fresh salty waffles.
Oh my
But
god.
wait a minute. What they
They're
stand
lemonade?
for the LGBTQ community.
I didn't even know that.
Now that you
Sorry.
know.
I
Now that
didn't
you know.
Sorry.
That I didn't know.
I gotta read it. I gotta read up on it a little bit more. When
I
I read up
forgot
on it, then I'll
about
come
that.
back next week with that. But
I
right now,
cannot.
when we leave here, I'm getting me a 12-piece.
Be mad as hell on
Oh my
Sunday.
goodness, because they close on Sunday.
I be
It's the Lord's Day.
off, y'all. Like I be so mad.
I'm still, my mouth is watering. Let me get my water.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No, we didn't.
And there was another boycott. Oh, did we cancel our Netflix because Monique was
No.
mad?
No, definitely.
We
No.
did not cancel our Netflix.
No.
And
No.
H&M, did we stop shopping at H&M because little boy wore the monkey sweater?
Never shop.
I
No.
can't.
I can't fit nothing in there, so no.
I used to a while ago.
No.
Okay. And does black men still not cheat?
Lies,
This
lies
was a
you
movement.
tell.
This was a movement.
Lies you tell.
Oh yes,
Black men
that
don't
was.
cheat. So that doesn't.
Is that a movie? Black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
What?
She said, "Was that a movie?"
Is that a movie?
Black men don't cheat.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Yeah, it was a. Okay, I guess not. I guess I didn't.
Cheat.
All right. Well,
Oh, come on now.
we're not
Yeah.
boycotting
You're
anymore.
not dating anyone in particular.
Not in
You
particular.
only
Is
I
that your-
like
that's your
that.
go-to
I'm
now?
not gonna use
I'm
that.
not
That's
dating
your
anyone in
go-to.
Not in
particular.
particular.
All right.
I love that.
We're cutting it short today.
Bullcrap.
We're cutting it short today.
All right.
We appreciate you just letting us
Yeah.
hang out with you on a Saturday. Please make sure you continue to show your support. UrbanMediaToday.com and Urban Media Today Radio, which you can catch
Yes.
us live 365 and also tune in. Download the app. You can check us out: music, sports, podcast, inspiration, all of that stuff 24/7 for past podcasts. Where are we? Jerry, you didn't think I was going to say anything.
No.
Where are we? Past episodes. They can
Oh,
find us
past
where?
episodes.
She was like, what do you mean?
like, to catch up on past episodes, we are on Apple Podcasts,
Right.
Spotify,
Yep.
Live 365, TuneIn, and SoundCloud.
Yes. So
we
do
are
that.
everywhere. So
Yeah.
subscribe, like, whatever you gotta do. Listen.
Do it. And don't forget to check out Kevin Cameron and Bill Mill tonight, 6 o'clock. Soul Take Champions Live. Oh, I gotta say it right. Soul Take Champions Live. You gotta say that. You can't say it with a regular voice. Yeah. I am your radio chick, Kiki Brown.
I'm the millennial, Jerry Tippett.
And I am the chatter chick, LaShawn Tippett.
Happy birthday, Bookie.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
It's Hey Girl Hey the podcast on Urban Media today.